This is the Midnight Archives. Listen closely before the silence starts talking back. When I moved into that old apartment, I thought the silence would finally help me think. I just ended a long, messy breakup, and the last thing I wanted was noise, just stillness. I didn't care that the place was small or that the wallpaper peeled in the corners. It was cheap, clean enough, and quiet. Or so I thought. The first night, I noticed it at 12:17 a.m. A faint knock, knock, knock coming from the wall behind my bed. It was slow and deliberate, like someone tapping their fingernails against plaster. I assumed it was the neighbors. Thin walls, maybe pipes settling. But it was the rhythm that bothered me, not random. 3 knocks, pause, then 2, then 3 again, like it wanted me to notice. It happened again the next night. 12:17 a.m. exactly. I pressed my ear to the wall. The sound was clear, too clear, not muffled like it should have been if it came from another apartment. I knocked back softly. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then 3 knocks, 2, 3, the same pattern. I laughed nervously to myself, told myself it was coincidence, and went back to bed. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd just replied to something that was listening. By the 5th night, I'd started timing it. 12:17 a.m. every single time. I even recorded it on my phone. The audio was faint but distinct. I sent it to my friend, who told me I was just hearing things, maybe a rat behind the walls. But the sound wasn't scurrying, it was communication. Structured, intentional. One night, I decided to confront whoever, or whatever it was. I stayed up, lights off, sitting on my bed facing the wall. When the knocks began, I whispered, "What do you want?" Silence. Then, a single tap right behind my ear, not on the other side of the wall, inside it. I froze. Then the knocking resumed, this time faster, more agitated. The pattern had changed. 323 became 22222. My heart pounded. I grabbed my phone's flashlight and shined it along the wall. The wallpaper rippled slightly, as if something behind it was shifting. I didn't sleep that night. By morning, I convinced myself it had to be my imagination, stress, or exhaustion. I went to work, tried to focus, and ignored the urge to check the recording again. But that evening, when I returned, my bed had moved 6 inches away from the wall. No one else had keys. The next night, the knocking didn't come from behind the bed. It came from inside the closet. I left the door closed, but I could hear it, a slow scraping, then a thud, like something dragging fingernails against the inside wall. I pushed a chair in front of it and tried to block it out, but I kept thinking about the timing. 12:17. Every night, same exact minute. I checked my phone recordings again, and something made my stomach drop. In every recording, right before the knocking started, there was a faint breath, like someone exhaling near the microphone. Only, I hadn't been that close to the phone when I recorded it. The next day, I called the landlord. He told me no one had lived in the unit next next door for years. It had been sealed off due to structural issues. I asked if maybe someone was squatting there. He said it was impossible. The only entrance was through my apartment, through a small maintenance hatch in the closet wall. I hung up before he could finish his sentence. That night, I sat in front of the closet with a flashlight, waiting. 12:17 came. Nothing. 12:18. 12:19. I almost laughed from relief until my phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "Why aren't you answering?" I froze. Another message appeared. "You moved the bed." Then the knocking started again, but louder, faster, from every wall around me. I backed into the corner, flashlight shaking, whispering, "What do you want?" The knock stopped. And from inside the closet, a voice whispered back, hoarse and low, to get out. The closet door rattled violently. I ran for the front door, but it wouldn't open. The deadbolt wouldn't turn. The air grew thick, humid. The knocking became pounding. I screamed, grabbed the chair, and slammed it into the wall. The plaster cracked, revealing old, rotted wood beneath, and something dark seeping through it, thick and tar-like. The pounding stopped instantly. I stood there shaking, staring at the wall. The dark spot seemed to pulse slightly, like a slow heartbeat. I left that night and never went back. The landlord never returned my calls, and when I sent someone to collect my things, they said the apartment was empty, completely stripped. No furniture, no wallpaper, just bare concrete. That was 2 months ago. I moved across town. But last night, my phone buzzed again at 12:17 a.m. You shouldn't have left the door open. And now I can hear it again, from behind this wall.